one of the most dangerous racing events in the world, the Tourist Trophy motorcycle races held in the Isle of Man, has taken place almost every year since 1907. With over 200 casualties from the races, the participants do not take motorcycles nor racing lightly. 35 miles, hundreds of corners, over 200 miles an hour, all on public roads. To win the trophy is an honor, an accomplishment that will forever leave its mark on the victor. Harley-Davidson, Kawasaki, and Suzuki, just three of the many manufacturers to enter their motorcycles into the race. Cyclists around Europe have been attracted towards this race, seeking its thrill and its danger. Now, while the motorcycle is famed for its rugged yet sleek design and the thrill that comes with it, there are many more perks to the self-propelled bike, along with a very competitive history. Although tagged with the invention date of 1885, the first primitive motorcycle to be built was constructed in 1867 by Sylvester Roper, an American inventor. While he was working with steam engines, his first thought was to attach them to a bicycle, thus creating the steam-powered motorcycle. However, since the bike didn't technically have a gas engine, some historians do not credit him with the official invention of the motorcycle. But this did pave the way for innovators and inventors in the future to draw inspiration from Roper's design. With the invention of the gasoline engine automobile in 1885, a market for more fuel-efficient and cheaper vehicles arose. This then sparked many men across the Western world to attempt to develop the first official motorcycle. In Germany, Gottlieb Daimler, a major figure in automotive history, invented the four-stroke internal combustion engine in the firm of Nikolaus Otto. He was an ambitious and creative worker, along with his partner Wilhelm Maybach. However, they felt limited by their job in the firm and branched off to create their own automotive shop. Similar to Roper, Daimler's initial thought for his newly invented internal combustion engine was to attach it to a bicycle. During this time of experimentation and invention, Edward Butler, an Englishman, had similar ideas. Butler invented the petrocycle, which was the first name for the motorcycle. However, he had to cease manufacturing it due to the Red Flag Act of 1865 passed by Parliament. This act entailed the law that no self-propelled vehicle could exceed 6 kilometers an hour on rural and town roads. It also required at least one person to walk in front of the self-propelled vehicle and hold a red flag, warning people of its oncoming. Butler found this act insulting, and he stated in the newspaper, The English Mechanic, "The authorities do not countenance its use on the roads, and I have abandoned in consequence any further development of it." Now, while Butler ended his work with the petrocycle, Daimler continued to work with automobiles and eventually co-created the first Mercedes car with Carl Benz. In England, Butler sold his patents to British designer Harry Lawson, who lobbied the repeal of the Red Flag Act. He successfully did so, and in 1896 began manufacturing motorcycles with Butler's patents. During the time of Lawson, Daimler, and Butler, the motorcycle operated with a 2-stroke or 4-stroke engine, cooled by either air or water. The speed of the motorcycle was controlled with a throttle valve lever, and the brake involved a foot-operated lever that either raised or lowered the rear wheel. However, these mechanics have significantly evolved into the modern motorcycle. Now, manufacturers produce motorcycles with a gasoline engine and different components. These components include a transmission system that motorizes the wheels, handlebars used for steering, 2 hand levers to operate the front and clutch, the front wheel and the clutch, and 2 foot pedals to operate rear brakes and to change gears. While the makeup of the motorcycle is complex, it isn't nearly as complicated as the car, making it significantly cheaper to consume and to produce. The motorcycle proved to be one of the greatest inventions, especially during the World Wars. It replaced the need for horses and was a more convenient mode for transportation. During World War I, the motorcycle was used to carry resources to frontline troops, as it was capable of riding through narrow roadways and bumpy terrain. By the end of World War I, Harley-Davidson was dedicating over 50% of its motorcycles to the military. The motorcycle is also very popular among veterans, as they've explained that they ride it for therapeutic reasons. It has been very beneficial to society, however. There are daily reports of motorcycle deaths due to its lack of safety features. Unfortunately, the motorcycle lost popularity due to its high mortality rate and its greater likelihood of collisions. The death rate is not to be overlooked, as it raises the question of whether or not the thrill and the convenience of the motorcycle are worth the danger. Ironically, some do purchase the motorcycle for that very reason. Nevertheless, the motorcycle has been a fuel-efficient and cheap alternative to automobiles, with popularity among those seeking its thrill. The motorcycle holds a great place in the hearts of many and has been important to society in the West. With its participation in the wars, creation of the racing tradition for many, and overall contribution to society, the motorcycle has greatly advanced the world of automotives and benefited millions.